Ever wonder why the nuclear football follows the president to the bathroom? It's not paranoia, it's protocol for when everything goes sideways. We're talking real collapse, not your garden variety political crisis. Imagine you're the head of the Secret Service, and someone just whispered nationwide outbreak or invasion imminent into your earpiece. Your job just went from protecting one person to protecting the entire chain of command while the country burns. Where do you even start? How do you keep the most targeted individual on Earth alive when the usual playbook, armored limos, secure buildings, public appearances becomes a liability? With a little advance, planning, and a whole lot of Cold War paranoia baked into concrete. Turns out, what looks like executive travel is actually a carefully choreographed escape plan that's been rehearsed since the 1950s. Every motorcade route has alternates. Every public building has bunkers you've never seen. That casual helicopter ride, it's Marine One, and it can outrun most threats while jamming every signal within miles. Cue the dramatic music and red alert sirens, but what's really happening is a bureaucratic machine shifting into survival mode. Within minutes of a credible threat, entire government departments vanish underground. The president doesn't get a vote on this, by the way. Before you know it, the commander-in-chief is being hustled into facilities that make maximum security prisons look quaint. We're talking blast doors, independent air supplies, and enough provisions to outlast your average apocalypse. Mount Weather, Raven Rock, Cheyenne Mountain, these aren't action movie sets. Some say bunkers are outdated relics of Cold War thinking. Others point out they're still being upgraded with taxpayer money every single year. Who's right? Well, both. Because the modern solution isn't just hiding, it's mobility. As threats evolve from nuclear missiles to biological weapons to cyber warfare, the strategy adapts accordingly. Can't trust one bunker? Build redundancy into everything. Can't stay underground forever? Make Air Force One a flying command center with mid-air refueling capability. Despite all the technology and billions invested, the same core principle persists. Keep moving, stay unpredictable, maintain continuity of government. The president might be in Colorado one hour and over the Atlantic the next, and you'll never know which decoy convoy actually holds the target. Now, here's where it gets interesting. During an actual nationwide emergency, you're not just protecting one person, you're protecting the succession line. The vice president gets whisked away separately. Cabinet members scatter to classified locations. It's called continuity of operations, and it's basically insurance against decapitation strikes. You've probably heard of the bunker under the White House, the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, built after Pearl Harbor, reinforced during every administration since. But that's just the first layer. There are tunnels, literally tunnels, connecting buildings across Washington, D.C. How do you communicate when normal channels are compromised or destroyed? Through systems so redundant, they border on absurd satellite phones, military networks, even analog backup systems that can't be hacked because they're not digital. Someone actually thought this through. The Secret Service doesn't work alone, obviously. You've got FEMA coordinating civilian evacuations, the Pentagon running military logistics, and intelligence agencies tracking every possible threat vector simultaneously. It's organized chaos with a very expensive org chart. Here's the satirical part. While millions of citizens are told to shelter in place or follow local guidance, there's an entirely separate evacuation infrastructure just for government continuity. Democracy is lovely until everyone needs the same bunker. Then, it's strictly VIP access. Biological outbreak adds a fascinating wrinkle. You can't just seal the president in a room, you need medical staff, decontamination protocols, quarantine procedures. Suddenly that bunker needs a hospital wing. And that hospital needs specialists who themselves need protecting. War scenarios split into conventional and nuclear, and the protocols differ wildly. Conventional war means mobile command posts and distributed leadership. Nuclear war means get underground in under 15 minutes, because that's your window between detection and impact. Fun times. Some administrations took this more seriously than others. Eisenhower basically built the modern system. Reagan upgraded everything after the close call in 1981. Post 9/11, the whole apparatus got reimagined around asymmetric threats and terrorism. As technology improves, so do the countermeasures. Drone swarms, there's jamming equipment on the motorcade now, cyber attacks, air-gapped systems that physically cannot connect to the internet, biological agents, positive pressure rooms and hazmat procedures built into evacuation plans. Despite all the promises that democracy means transparency, these security protocols remain among the most classified programs in government. You can FOIA request documents all you want, you'll get redacted pages and polite denials. Even routine presidential travel reveals hints of the larger system. Notice how Marine One always flies with identical decoys? How the motorcade includes ambulances and counter-assault teams? That's the everyday baseline. Scale it up for national emergency. The general public sees press conferences and reassuring statements. Behind the scenes, there's a predetermined hierarchy of who makes decisions if communication breaks down. It's literally written into federal law. Presidential succession goes 20 people deep. Here's the irony. All this protection creates its own vulnerability. The more predictable your emergency procedures, the more exploitable they become. So the plans keep changing, the locations rotate, and even the people implementing them don't know the full picture. Foreign adversaries study this constantly, obviously. They're not trying to figure out which bunker to target. They're mapping the decision-making process, looking for windows between threat detection and executive response. It's a chess game played with satellites and human intelligence. You think modern technology would make everything easier, but it actually complicates protection. Now you're defending against threats that don't need physical proximity. Electromagnetic pulses, autonomous weapons, engineered pathogens that weren't imaginable 50 years ago. The evacuation procedures themselves are wild. There are helicopters on standby constantly. Marine One crews are ready to launch within minutes. Air Force One can scramble from Andrews even if the president is across town. They'll rendezvous mid-crisis. Testing happens more than you'd think. Secret exercises with code names like Eagle Horizon run simulated attacks while evaluating response times. Did the president reach safety within the acceptable window? Did communication protocols hold? What failed? Before smartphones and real-time updates, this whole system operated through landlines and radio frequencies. Now there's an expectation of constant connectivity, which means protecting not just the physical president, but their entire digital footprint and communication network. That's the machinery behind presidential safety during catastrophe. But just wait, the next generation of threats might require solutions we haven't even conceptualized yet. And somewhere, someone's already building the bunker for that.